I'm Hale Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my movie review of Fantasy Island. It's a 2020 horror reimagining of the classic television series. The story is about 5 people who go to a tropical island in order to have their wildest dreams come true. The host, Mr. Roarke, caters specific realistic fantasies for the guests. One person has always wanted to be a soldier. One person wants to reconnect with the old lover. One person wants to get revenge on a high school bully. Things of that nature. And while the guests start their fantasies out well, things take a mysterious, deadly turn as the movie progresses. And the guests must see their fantasies through to their natural conclusion or until they perish. Now, there'll be extremely mild spoilers in this review. I just have to share a mild spoiler. But before I get into that, I need to share a little bit about myself. I was extremely apprehensive about seeing this movie. First, when I saw the trailer, I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to see that. I am a huge fan of the Fantasy Island television series. Loved it. I even enjoyed the Reboot series from the late 1990s. In that Reboot series, they imagined that Fantasy Island was paradise for the guests, but some type of bizarre purgatory for the workers. So since I gave that reboot a chance, I might as well give this movie a chance. But before I saw the film, I realized something. I didn't see any reviews being posted for the movie. I usually watch people's reviews after I make my own, but still I know when reviews pop up, and I didn't see reviews pop up. Also, I didn't recall seeing of the stars of the movie make any late night television show hosting periods. So I'm like, okay, usually that means the movie is bad or the studio doesn't have faith in the film. And speaking of the studio, it's made by BLUMHOUSE. And their horror films have been very hit or miss, especially when they take something that probably should be rated R and make it PG-13. Because, you know, PG-13 is ideally where the money is. If you're going to make a horror film out of a pleasant fantasy project, you might as well go all the way, right? And last thing is, the last time BLUMHOUSE made a movie based on some other property, it was Jim and the Holograms, and that movie performed so poorly at the box office that it was pulled from theaters after only 2 weeks. So yeah, wasn't really excited about seeing this movie. So getting into what I enjoyed about the movie, nearly everything. I was pleasantly surprised. The movie was exciting and chilling and intense and just wonderful overall. Michael Peña plays Mr. Roarke, and while he's not as charming as Ricardo Montalban, and he's not as devilishly mysterious as Malcolm McDowell, he certainly brings his own flavor to the role and makes it his own, and I wound up really liking his version of Mr. Roarke as well. As far as the fantasies, they were all very interesting. They played out very well for the most part. In the TV show, it's not just about fulfilling a fantasy, it's often about learning some type of special life lesson. And in this movie, that plays out similarly. They can't only have to survive, they all have to learn something important about themselves in order to succeed. So that's something I really appreciated. And even though the movie's PG-13, it doesn't really feel like it's PG-13. It doesn't feel like it's holding itself back with language or violence and all that kind of stuff. It is if you look for it, but only if you look for it. So that's something I really enjoyed. Now, as far as my negatives, there's only one real negative I have, and it gets to that mild spoiler I was telling you about. The movie has a strange twist, and I was like, what? Because it just doesn't really make sense considering what's happened in the movie. Especially since there's a supporting character played by Michael Rooker, who just really throws a wrench into the works. If you think about how the movie plays out overall, it's like, how does he fit into this if what we're seeing is all true? So yeah, that weird twist just sort of comes out of nowhere, messes things up. Maybe someone in the production is like, hey, movies like this, horror things, have to have some type of twist, right? Have to something totally unexpected, totally something bizarre, something out there, so let's put this twist in it. And the twist does not work. Thankfully, the conclusion of the movie, how the movie plays out, does save the film overall, but that twist was totally unnecessary, and it just almost derailed what was going to be a pretty excellent experience. So as far as my verdict, I like this movie. I do recommend this movie, but it's not something you have to rush out to see. I say if you're a fan of the TV show and you're willing to give a horror twist a chance, go see it. Or this weekend, it's Valentine's Day and President's Day. If you don't want to see the usual kind of films you would see in that kind of weekend, you want something totally different, give it a try. Other than that, wait for video, wait for streaming. But I do recommend seeing it. And with that stated, I give Fantasy Island a B+ grade. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm Hale Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, smiles, everyone, smile.